welcome. To everyone joining us tonight from Israel, from across the Jewish world, we're honored to be together. This year, due to the delicate situation in Israel at this moment, we're broadcasting from a studio, as you can see, but still, keeping tradition, parts of tonight's ceremony will be broadcasted from our usual home in Latrun at Yad L'Shiryon, the Armored Corps Memorial located in the fields of Ayalon Valley. We are joined this year by thousands of viewers spanning 60 countries, Jewish communities worldwide, Masa Fellows, families, dignitaries, and alumni, united as one for this moment of remembrance. To the bereaved families joining us this evening, we are here to honor those you carry every day in your hearts. Together, as one people, we remember them with you. May their memories be a blessing. As we enter Yom HaZikaron, grief and defiance arrive together, woven into our history. The weight of what we have lost and the Jewish tradition of turning memory into meaning and action. We carry that tension across generations, across continents, and in this moment, against the backdrop of war and rising anti-Semitism, we feel it more sharply than ever. The fight for Jewish existence here and everywhere is far from over. We come together to honor soldiers who fell defending this state and those who were targeted and killed in acts of terror simply for living their Jewish identity. Tonight, we will hear their stories. Their memory is our inheritance and our obligation to live proudly and openly as Jewish people, to carry Jewish life forward in all its fullness. We now invite you to stand with us and with the entire nation of Israel as the flag is lowered to half-mast and the siren sounds across Israel at exactly 8 p.m. A moment of silence in memory of the fallen.
Please be seated.
Jews will not replace us!
והיא שעמדה לאבותינו, והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו, שלא אחד בלבד עמד עלינו לכלותנו, עמד עלינו לכלותנו. והיא שעמדה לאבותינו, והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו, שלא אחד בלבד עמד עלינו לכלותנו, עמד עלינו לכלותנו. והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו, מצילנו מידם. הקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו, מצילנו מידם.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Oh, 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 oh. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again, when I see you again.
יש 1,000 לוחמי ג'יהאד.
אוקיי, ויש איתך עוד חיילים?
מה שנשאר. אני רק רציתי להגיד לך שאני אוהב אותך, וכאילו, אם יקרה משהו, אז אני אוהב אתכם ואני מתנצל אם פגעתי בכם.
Each year, we read the prayer Iskor, commemorating the fallen soldiers and victims of terror. Mr. Sam Grundwerg, Keren HaYesod World Chairman, will recite the Iskor prayer. We kindly ask you to stand.
יזכור, יזכור עם ישראל את בניו ובנותיו, הנאמנים והאמיצים, חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, וכל לוחמי המחתרות וחטיבות הלוחמים במערכות העם, ואנשי קהילות המודיעין, המשטרה, הביטחון ושירות בתי הסוהר, אשר חירפו נפשם במלחמה על תקומת ישראל, וכל מי שנרצחו בארץ ומחוצה לה, בידי מרצחים מארגוני הטרור. יזכור ישראל ויתברך בזרעו ויאבל על זיו העלומים, וחמדת הגבורה וקדושת הרצון ומסירות הנפש של הנספים במערכה הכבדה. יהיו חיילי מערכות ישראל, עטורי הניצחון, חתומים בלב ישראל לדור דור.
Please remain standing for the lighting of the torch. Grief transcends borders. It reaches into every home, every community, across every continent where Jewish life exists. Carried by all of us, felt by all of us. And tonight, we mourn together as one.
Please be seated.
I'm honored to invite Mr. Doron Almog, Chairman of the Executive Jewish Agency for Israel.
Eran, my brother, was killed during the Yom Kippur War in the Golan Heights while serving as a tank platoon commander. For an entire week, he lay wounded in the field, waiting for rescue that never came. My brother Eran is the wounded, bleeding presence within me. The guilt I carry for not being there with him, for not rescuing him, all my life, I will continue to search for him, to long for his embrace, for our togetherness, to carry him within me. Wherever I go, my brother Eran became an oath, never to leave a wounded, bleeding soldier behind in the field. Over the years, I have learned to transform the pain into action, to channel his courage and fighting spirit into tireless work that carries forward the legacy of his life. In service of the wounded and the disabled, this spirit, the spirit of the fallen, is the foundation upon which everything stands. It is the spirit that drives technology and the instruments of war. Every time I meet the parents of lone soldiers who made Aliyah, I ask them, how do you agree to this? How can a mother and father allow their child to come here to fight, to risk their life? Their answer is chilling. We have nothing more precious than Israel. We have no other country. A true readiness for Akedat Yitzchak, the binding of Isaac, for sacrifice, for whom and for what, I ask. This is the heart of our story. Remembrance does not require a special day. Memory is the most present of void, the most deafening of silences. Memory is a commitment to action, to continue walking toward better society, a more just one, a model society. The spirit of the Olim soldiers, young men and women who leave everything behind, is the essence of our existence here in Israel. They did not come out of necessity. They came out of unconditional love, out of choice. Some of them fell before they had the chance to settle, before they learned the language, before they felt they belonged. In their lives and in their deaths, they are rooted at the heart of the Israeli existence. They serve as our compass, telling us something about ourselves, about who we aspire to be. They embody devotion and self-sacrifice in its purest form. Like Sergeant Moshe Yitzchak HaKohen, who enlisted in the paratroopers and fell in Lebanon on the eve of the Seder night. Like his friends, like so many of you. The fallen remind us of the thread stretched between us all, between Israel and the world Jewry. A thin thread, that scarlet thread that runs through our lives, weaving shared destiny between Jewish hearts across the globe. A thread that provide us with strengths beyond our own. For them, we vow here to continue to strengthen this bond, to build lives of meaning, belonging, and hope, to build a model society that strives for excellence in every field and never leaves anyone behind, and in prayer that their spirit will carry more young people forward to choose to come, to move the center of the gravity of their lives here to Israel, to build and to be built. The memory of our loved ones asks only one thing of us, that we choose every single day to be worthy. May their memory be an inspiration for generations to come.
Warrant Officer Yulia Vakar Danov was born in Ukraine, made Aliyah at 10 years old with her family, and dedicated her life serving the country. On the morning of October 7th, 2023, Warrant Officer Yulia Vakar Danov, 37 years old, was on her way home after a night shift guarding the Nova Music Festival in Wreath. She was heading to her car when she noticed that the incoming shift hadn't received a proper handover. She turned back to go over procedures one more time when the attack began. It was Yulia's reports that first exposed the true scale of what was happening that morning. Yulia saved lives through her bravery, her selflessness, and her refusal to leave. She is survived by her husband and their 2 children.
ב-7 באוקטובר יוליה עבדה בשכר בפסטיבל הנובה. התחילה את המשמרת שלה כביכול ערב, ועד 6:30 בבוקר, ומשם זה התחיל, ושם זה גם הסתיים. אני והילדים היינו בבית. אני הייתי בקשר איתה רק בהודעות, בוואטסאפ, וזהו, עד ההודעה האחרונה.
התייצבנו בעצם למשמרת של יום שישי בלילה, אני ויוליה. קיבלנו שתינו את מה שנקרא אזור הבר הקטן במסיבת הנובה, שבעצם התפקיד שלנו הוא להבטח את המבלים, וזה פשוט לבוא, להסתכל עליהם ולהתענג מכל רגע, של כמה הילדים היפים האלה חוגגים את החיים ואתה שם בשביל לשמור עליהם בעצם. שאלו אותנו, למה יש כאן שוטרים במסיבת טבע? כאילו זה הכי לא... ואז אני אומרת, לא, התפקיד שלנו להחזיר אתכם בשלום הביתה. ואחרי 3 שעות, שערי הגיהנום נפתחו.
צבע אדום! צבע אדום! צבע אדום! צבע אדום!
החוצה, הביתה, נגמר המסיבה!
הייתה מסיבה? טיל.
Moments later, this video is taken from the camping area. Music has stopped, and some festival goers appear to be standing around confused.
ב-6:40 בערך, מפקד האירוע של המשטרה עצר את המסיבה, ונתן הוראה לשוטרים ולמאבטחים להתחיל לפזר את כולם הביתה, אבל היא החליטה להישאר ולפנות את המבלים. ואז יוליה ועוד שוטרים הגיעו לחפ"ק המשטרתי, ומשם כביכול ניהלו את האירוע.
יש סרטונים שבשניות הראשונות, כשמתחיל ירי רקטי, אני ויוליה צעוקות לקהל, לשכב על הרצפה, לשכב על הרצפה.
אמא שלי, נופל עלינו טיל. וואו.
המשמעות היא שאין אזעקות, אין צופרים שיתריעו, ואין מיגוניות. ואתה צריך להעביר את הילדים האלה ממצב מסיבה למצב לחימה. והם בטוחים בשניות הראשונות שזה זיקוקים, וזה חלק מהאפקטים.
עד שהגיעו המחבלים, שזה בערך 100 מטר מהציר, וכשהם נכנסו כבר לשטח, הדבר הראשון התחילו לראות בחפ"ק. החפ"ק היה מלא באזרחים ובשוטרים.
ואנחנו פשוט מתחילים לשמוע ירי, וירי בלתי פוסק, גם ירי רקטי, גם נשק אוטומט כל הזמן, ואנחנו מתחילים להבין שיש לחימה. ב9 וכמה דקות אנחנו רואים 3 טנדרים עומדים על הכביש, על הציר הראשי, ופשוט מתחילים לרוץ לכיוון שלנו, והם לבושים ממש כמו חיילים. מדים טקטיים שלנו, ואנחנו מסתכלות אחת על השנייה. זה שלנו, זה לא שלנו, אתה לא מצליח להבין. עד שאתה רואה שהם פשוט מרססים את כל מי שרץ.
יוליה כנראה רצה עם איזושהי קבוצה לכיוון האמבולנס, והאמבולנס בסוף קיבל טיל RPG, ויוליה נהרגה ליד האמבולנס.
ואני בטוחה ב1,000,000% שהיא ידעה שאין לה איך לשמור עליהם. אין לה. אבל היא עדיין לא נטשה אותם. היא הייתה שם.
המשפחה עלתה מאוקראינה ב-96, יוליה הייתה מאוד קטנה. גיל ההתבגרות שלה היה דומה לכל מי שעלה מברית המועצות. כל השילוב היה לא פשוט, מנטליות שונה, אבל היא מאוד השתלבה מהר בחברה הישראלית. עשתה טירונות בצבא, ואז בעצם הגיעה לשירות סדיר במשטרה. סיימה את השירות סדיר, ואז חתמה קבע במשטרה. אנחנו כולנו מטופלים, גם אני וגם הילדים. לא תמיד הילדים מביאים את זה במילים. מסתגרים, לפעמים שואלים.
ואני תמיד אומרת משפט, אני יודעת שהוא מזעזע, אבל אם כבר למות, אז ככה. בלהגן, בלהיות שם, בשביל אותו אדם שאתה מופקד עליו. כי לשם כך אתה לובש את המדים האלה כל בוקר.
The traditional Kaddish prayer will now be read by Yulia's husband, Samuel Danov, in memory of his wife, Yulia Vakar Danov. We invite you to stand for the reading of Kaddish and remain standing for the El Maleh Rachamim following.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דיברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי, ויצמח פרקנו ויקרא משיחי. בחייכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהיה שמי רבה מבורך לעלם אלמיה יתברך, וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מכל ברכתה, שירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה, דעברם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהיה שמי רבה משמיה, חיים, שבה, ישועה ונחמה, שזפה ורפואה, גאולה וסליחה וכפרה, רוח והצלה לנו, כל עמו ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו וברחמיו, יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
תודה, Samuel. As you remain standing, we would like to invite Cantor Tzvi Berkovich to lead us in El Maleh Rachamim.
למלא רחמים, שוכן במרומים, המצא מנוחה נכונה על כנפי השכינה, במעלות קדושים טהורים וגיבורים, כזוהרי הרקיע, מאירים ומזהירים, לנשמות חללי מערכות ישראל שנפלו במלחמות ישראל, בפעולות הגנה, תגמול וביטחון בעת מילוי תפקידם ובעת שירותם, ושחרפו נפשם אל המות על קדושת השם, ובעזרת אלוהי מערכות ישראל הביאו לתקומת האומה והמדינה ולגאולת הארץ ועיר האלוהים. בעבור שאנו מתפללים לעילוי נשמותיהם בגן עדן תהא מנוחתם. לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים, ויצרור בצרור החיים את נשמותיהם. אדוני הוא נחלתם וינוחו בשלום על משכבותם, ויעמדו לגורלם לקיץ הימין, ונאמר amen.
I would now like to invite Meir Holtz, Masa Israel Journey CEO.
I'm not afraid of being forgotten, of disappearing. I'm not afraid. I say it with a full heart. My duty stands before me to protect my loved ones. With His help and my own, I'll try to protect myself. I'm not afraid of the abyss of oblivion, not afraid to die and become a corpse. I'm more afraid for my family and my friends. Father, watch over them. You don't need to watch over me. In the heart of the storm, the death, the destruction, amongst all the screams, besides all the loss, I would die 1,000 times and add 20 more. It doesn't scare me, as long as they are happy. I'm ready to go through hell for my mother. Even when I have no strength, I'll keep moving forward. I'm ready to sacrifice my life for my father, to enter Gaza, Lebanon, wherever I am needed. This poem was written on January 5th, 2024, by a young and deeply gifted man, Omer van Gelder. Today, we remember many names, but Omer was not just a name to me. I knew him. His parents, Chagai and Tehila, are dear friends of mine. Omer was also a close friend of my son. They studied together in a mechinah. I remember visiting my son one day, but almost without noticing, instead of spending time with my son, I found myself sitting with Omer. One conversation turned into another, and time seemed to quietly slip by. That was who Omer was. He had a rare ability to connect, to listen in a way that made you feel heard, to speak in a way that made you feel seen. And somehow, with him, you felt as though nothing else in the world mattered, because to him, you did. In Israel, we often say that it is the very best who are taken from us in war. In Omer's case, that could not be more true. He was a curious, thoughtful, and driven by an extraordinary hunger to learn. A gifted musician, a poet, an artist. But Omer was never satisfied with personal excellence alone. He felt a deep responsibility to give and to give again to society. During high school, he volunteered with Krembo Wings, supporting children with special needs. He volunteered with Magen David Adom and became an instructor, training others. There are people alive today thanks to Omer. There are people alive today thanks to those Omer trained. In another piece he left behind, Omer wrote, "If I am no longer here, I ask everyone who loves me, be good, the best you can possibly be." This wasn't just a slogan. This was Omer's way of living. Just 2 months before October 7th, he enlisted as a combat soldier. And nearly a year ago, at just 22 years old, Omer fell in Gaza, defending our state. The state to which his grandparents came from, the Netherlands and from Morocco. In many ways, Omer's story is our shared story. This year, our ceremony is different, not in its meaning, but in its form. Because of the war and the uncertainty that has only recently begun to ease, we are not gathered today in person as we usually are. Instead, we come together across distances, yet united in this very moment. And perhaps this reminds us of something essential. Remembrance is not dependent on place. Even when we are apart, we are still together. As we gather on this holy day, we hold on to stories, and each story is an entire world. Each story reminds us of what we are fighting for. You who are watching the ceremony today, watching it from every corner of the world, different countries, languages, cultures, beliefs, and yet there's a thread that connects us all. We are one people. And this place, Israel, is a home for all of us, even if we live far away. And for this home, people are still fighting. And for this home, people give their lives, as Omer did. Omer knew exactly what he was fighting for. He wrote about it in words that will remain long after him. The poem I read earlier, it doesn't end there. It continues. The fate of my people stands before me. How can I remain indifferent? I'd rather die like this than die in the streets. I'm not afraid to die. I'll give my life gladly, as long as they are protected. I'll accept death with a blessing. I fight for them. I suffer for them. I'm ready to sacrifice the whole world just to watch over them, Father, because what truly scares me is that it will be hard for them if I place my life on the line. Truthfully, this is what all those we remember today have done. They fought and gave their lives for their families, friends, and the Jewish people, so that we could continue living. That is our responsibility. That is the legacy they left us. Thank you, Omer, for fighting for us. Thank you for the beautiful words you have left behind. May Omer's memory be a blessing, and may the memory of all those we lost be a blessing. Yehi Zichram Baruch.
on entendait des bruits, comme quoi, en fin de journée, le dimanche, on entendait des bruits qu'il y avait eu un soldat qui était tombé. Le consulat d'Israël, enfin, en France, ils sont venus, ils ont fait la route de Paris jusqu'à Lyon, et à 6h du matin, ils ont tapé à la porte. Ils n'ont rien eu besoin de dire. C'était, voilà, c'était évident. S'ils se déplacent,
אני זוכר שדיברתי עם חבר שלי, והוא שלח לי תמונה, והוא אמר שהוא מתקדם לעזה. הוא בגדוד 12, שאם הוא מתקרב לעזה והוא כמעט נכנס לעזה, אז מן הסתם שבן דוד שלי, שהוא בסיירת עילית, שהוא כבר נכנס. דיברתי איתו ביום שישי, זו ההודעה האחרונה, שאמרתי לו שאני יודע שהוא נכנס לעזה, ושהוא ישמור על עצמו ושהוא ישמור על אחרים, ואני אוהב אותו. והוא אמר לי, אל תדאג אחי, אני אוהב אותך ואני שומר על עצמך ועלינו. כשכולם חזרו, אז הסמל מגיע, אומר לי, מה שלומך אלכס? ואז פתאום הסמ"ך מ"פ בא, לוקח לי את הנשק ואומר לי, אני רוצה לדבר איתך. אני רואה שהוא תופס איזה מעטפה עם מספר טלפון. הבנתי שמשהו קרה לג'ורדן, ואז אני מתקשר לטלפון, ופתאום אני שומע את הבן דוד שלי השני. הוא אומר לי, אלכס? אני אומר לו, כן, סשה, מה קרה? אז הוא אומר לי שג'ורדן נהרג. ההלוויה זה היה משהו נורא. יום שאני רוצה קצת לשכוח.
Et à partir de 15-16 ans, il était déterminé pour partir. À 15 ans, on a refusé, mais après, à 16 ans, on était obligé de l'accompagner.
אז התכנון שלי זה היה בעצם להתגייס, אבל רציתי להגיע מוכן, ואז בעצם להתגייס. להיכנס לצבא למשהו משמעותי. עשיתי גיבושים, ואז הגעתי לסיירת אגוז.
דובר בבחור שמגיל 16 עלה לארץ, והוא פשוט מגיל 16 הצליח לבנות עצמו כמעט לבד, שזה דבר מאוד נדיר, שאחד כזה יגיע ליחידה מיוחדת שמביאה את האנשים אל הקצה, ולוחצת עליהם בצורה מאוד חזקה, והוא לא נשבר.
ג'ורדן בתור ילד היה כל הזמן אכפתי, מאוד דואג לאחרים. בילדות כאילו לא היינו קרובים אחד לשני, כי אני הייתי גר בדרום צרפת והוא היה בליון, אבל אני זוכר שכל כמה חופשים הייתי הולך אצלו או שהוא היה בא אליי. היה לנו מאוד כיף, היינו משחקים הרבה בסוני, בפיפה. כשאני הייתי בכיתה י' והוא היה בכיתה י"ב, אז אני עליתי לארץ, והוא היה בי"ב בפנימייה בבן שמן. ההורים שלנו לא היו פה, אבל היה לנו סבא וסבתא, וכל שבועיים שהיינו יוצאים מהפנימייה, אז היינו הולכים לסבא וסבתא. ואז הוא סיפר לי שהוא רוצה ללכת ליחידה מובחרת.
Pas évident. C'était plus un Israélien, le fils d'Israël. Il est venu parce que c'était un sioniste. Il voulait juste contribuer. Je pense que là, il l'a mise à la pierre.
לפרסום שמו של חייל צה"ל שנפל בלחימה בעזה, רב סמל במילואים אריה לובלינר, בן 34 מקריית ביאליק, לוחם באוגדה 36.
7 de octubre Ariel se despertó como siempre a las 4:30, 5 de la mañana para para tener tiempo para él mismo. Yo me desperté alrededor de las 6:20. Salí de la habitación, vine a decirle buenos días aquí al salón y él estaba pálido. No puede ser lo que están diciendo en las noticias. A lo mejor está exagerado. Es imposible. La primera frase que me dijo probablemente fue algo como: recojo mis cosas, me voy de Miluim ahora mismo. Salió de casa, no supe de él hasta... A lo mejor esa noche me llamó 30 segundos. Escuchaba un montón de gritos, de gente organizando todo. Y me dijo: te llamo en cuanto pueda. Antes de Shabbat me llamó, me dijo que estaban bien, que iban a hacer una mesima en Gaza. Me fui a dormir a las 7 de la tarde. En eso que no recuerdo nada. Mi madre me dice que 4 soldados llamaron a la puerta, le hicieron un montón de preguntas, ella no supo qué responder. Entonces ellos entraron directamente en mi habitación y mi madre me dice que yo me desperté con los 4 soldados mirándome. Entonces, el momento en el que comprendí que Ariel había fallecido en Gaza, se me cayó el mundo encima.
מי שאהב כל כך את המשפחה שלו ואת המדינה שלו, הוא הרוג עד 900 מתחילת מלחמת חרבות ברזל.
Ariel ha sido el soldado 900 que falleció durante esta guerra. Tantas familias, amigos, que su vida se han roto por completo. Le conocí cuando él era prácticamente un adolescente o posadolescente. Nos conocimos en el kibbutz Na'an. Ariel hizo un programa de Masa 6 meses en Tel Aviv. Y cuando empezamos a tener una relación, el programa del kibbutz terminó, le dije, vamos a mudarnos juntos a Tel Aviv. Yo fui la que fui empujando un poco más todo. Lior nació cuando Ariel ya estaba de Miluim. Espero mucho que Lior tenga la capacidad de entender todo, que consiga ser un niño feliz y esté orgulloso de su padre. Le diría que estamos bien. Conseguimos ser fuertes, conseguimos ser felices, seguir adelante. Siempre ha vivido de una forma tan recta. Ariel es el amor de mi vida.
Laying wreaths is our traditional way of publicly honoring those who have fallen. Masa Fellows will be laying wreaths on behalf of the institutions at the heart of Jewish life, those that have carried our people through history and the communities that continue to build our future. The wreath of the bereaved families will be laid by Barbara Lubliner, wife of Ariel Lubliner, Zichro Livracha, and their son Lior, accompanied by Salome Knafo, Masa Career Fellow from Belgium, and Jake Powers, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from the United States.
I'm going under, and this time I feel
The wreath of the Jewish Federations of North America, JFNA, will be laid by Anna Galit Besmedrisnik, Masa Gap Fellow from Argentina, and Jacob Esparza, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from the United States.
I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody.
The wreath of Keren HaYesod, UIA, will be laid by Yanina Zerchnazkia, Masa Career Fellow from Russia, and Boris Seleznev, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from Australia.
Now the day bleeds into nightfall.
The Wreath of Masa Israel Journey will be laid by Joaquin Reis Gerstenfeld, Masa Gap Fellow from Argentina, and Alexandra Gordon, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from the United States.
Getting kinda used to being someone you love.
The Wreath of the Jewish Agency for Israel will be laid by Jonathan Milstein-Cohen, Masa Gap Fellow from Brazil, and Rebecca Schneider, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from the United States.
Nothing way of loving got me sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to know, somebody to...
The Wreath of Kakal, JNF, will be laid by Ada Heva, Masa Career Fellow from Ukraine, and Zach Sobel, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from Canada.
But it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you helped me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall.
The Wreath of the Government of Israel will be laid by Nathan Mamo, Masa Career Fellow from France, and Amy Benson, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from the United States.
I was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
The Wreath of the Knesset will be laid by Leonid Linogradsky, Masa Career Fellow from Moldova, and Simonia L. Gladstone, Masa Israel Teaching Fellow from the United States.
Your arms, I'll be safe in your sound till it come back around. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved.
Thank you to our wreath layers.
You loved.
More than a month since Sarah Milgram, the Israeli embassy staffer and Kansas City area native, and her partner were murdered outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington.
The Embassy of Israel to the U.S. has identified them by their first names as Yaron and Sarah.
30-year-old Yaron Lishinsky and 26-year-old Sarah Milgram, in love and planning to get married, became victims of anti-Semitic hate.
That was difficult. We went up in the morning to go to work. Then you open the WhatsApp group of the family, and we saw that one of the boys, he wrote that was a terrorist attack in Washington, D.C.
Nancy was already asleep, and my cell phone was on the counter, face up, and all of a sudden, there was these push notifications. New York Times, Washington Post, USA Today, they're all saying the same thing, that there was a shooting in Washington, D.C. And then I clicked on one, and the story opens it up, and it says it's been reported that two young male and female were shot and killed.
They were gunned down while leaving an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum along 3rd and F Street.
I tried to call Sarah, and then I called Yaron and left messages, and then I looked on the Find My Phone. This was like an hour of this going on.
Then the ambassador called.
The ambassador called, and I just kept saying no, 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 and he kept saying yes, 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 it was them, it was them.
Yeah.
I remember being nervous for her because I knew that she was flying to Israel the next week, and I think a missile had just landed near the airport like a week before, and I was like apprehensive thinking about that and assuming that everything would be okay, and then you know, a few days later, this happens in D.C.
He was very curious, he was very sportive all his childhood. When he was 3 years old, we moved to Germany, and we came back when he was 14 years old. For him, it was very difficult when we moved back to Israel, but he adapted very good. he find his way, he find his friends. So he got the Zionistic idea, and of course he wanted to serve in the IDF like everybody else.
Sarah, when she was little, she was a ball of energy. She liked to play and be creative, and she loved to make up plays with her cousin and then make everybody watch them. She found the graduate program at American University, a master's in resource development and sustainability from the University for Peace in Costa Rica. And then she went back to Israel that winter of 23 to do her research for her master's thesis.
I really looked up to her, and I was so proud of who she had become and what she was doing, and I really inspired to find meaning in my own life and my own career.
Yaron went to the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. His official title was Analyst, Research for the Middle East Department. There he met Sarah, that was to be his fiancée and future wife.
You could just feel their happiness emanate from them.
Yeah, so Sarah said, you know, Dad, he's a true gentleman, just like you. And he is.
They were both of them very, like knowing that they are one from the other.
We knew that she would go on to fulfill her potential. Sadly, her death in this tragedy is impactful for the world.
Well, if I have the opportunity to speak with him, I will thank him for all what he was for us, for all what he is for us.
There's so many things that I wish I could ask her now. We think she was an amazing young woman who did amazing things. I know that she would have done more, continuing to do things in her memory.
If you go away on this summer day, then you might as well take the sun away. All the birds that flew in the summer sky, when our love was new and our hearts were high, when the day was young and the night was long, and the moon stood still for the night bird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and worship the wind. Then if you go, I'll understand. Leave me just enough love to hold in my hand. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. אל תלכי מכאן, אל תיקחי מכאן את עקבות הזמן האבוד שלך. האמיני לי, את הכל אשכח, תאונות קטנות של הכאב וברח, ומילה רעה שאמרתי לך, אושר בן שעה הוא שביר כל כך. אל תלכי מכאן, אל תלכי מכאן, אל תלכי מכאן. לך אני אביא שלג באביב ופניני מטר ממחוזות ניכר, ארץ אבור ומפני הקור אתפך זהב אציפך באור, אל האהבה ממלכה אקים ואמציא חוקים ואכתיר אותך. אל תלכי מכאן, אל תלכי מכאן, אל תלכי מכאן.
If you go away, as I know you will, you must tell the world to stop turning till you return again. If you ever do, for what good is love without loving you? Can I tell you now, as you turn to go, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas.
I would now like to invite Rebecca Caspi, Director General of Jewish Federations of North America in Israel.
Each year, we gather on this difficult day to remember those who have fallen in defense of the State of Israel. Among them, sadly, far too many from the Masa community. This year, that salute has become a mutual embrace, as our people are united in loss at a scale and in ways none of us believed possible. Many of those we honor today came from across the globe, choosing lives of meaning and purpose, and choosing to serve our beloved Jewish state. Together, we honor all members of the security services and the IDF who have fallen. Among them, Staff Sergeant in the Reserves, Ariel Lubliner, who fell in Gaza during Swords of Iron after making Aliyah from Brazil following his Masa journey. First Sergeant Jordan Ben Simon, who made Aliyah from France and was killed during Operation Protective Edge. Master Sergeant Yulia Vexer Danov, a Ukrainian immigrant and police officer. She returned to the Nova Festival upon hearing of the attack and was killed there. We also remember those murdered outside of Israel simply because they were Jews, including Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky, a young American-German-Israeli couple working at the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., killed in a terror attack after attending an event for young diplomats, and Yaakov Levitan, a Masa alumnus, murdered in the horrific Hanukkah attack at Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. Each of them leaves behind family, friends, loved ones, and an entire people who mourn their loss. The terrible storm unleashed on October 7th has not yet passed. In Israel and across Jewish communities worldwide, dangers remain elevated. We must stay vigilant as we defend our homes and our homeland. On behalf of the Jewish Federations of North America and nearly 500 Jewish communities across the United States and Canada, I am here to say we are fully committed to that responsibility. Masa, which offers young Jews the opportunity to spend meaningful time in Israel and build lifelong connections to one another, to this place, and to their Jewish identity, is an essential part of that effort. I hope your time in Israel strengthens and fortifies you for whatever may come and wherever your paths may lead. Together with you, thousands of Masa participants from every corner of the globe who chose to be here during this period of heartbreak and challenge, we bow our heads and mourn as one family. We salute the brave soldiers of the IDF and Israel's security services who defend the State of Israel and by extension, the entire Jewish people every day. Our hearts are broken by the loss of so many courageous men and women. May the memory of the fallen be a blessing. Yeh Zichram Baruch.
On the night of Hanukkah, December 14th, 2025, around 1,000 people had arrived at the Jewish community event to mark Hanukkah by the sea. The celebration at Archer Park near Bondi Beach in Sydney turned from a joyful gathering into a deadly scene of terror. At 6:42 p.m., 2 gunmen opened fire on the participants from a pedestrian bridge overlooking the park. The attack left 15 people murdered and 42 others wounded, who were evacuated to nearby hospitals. Authorities determined that this was an anti-Semitic terrorist attack inspired by the Islamic State after ISIS flags were found in the attacker's vehicle. Among the victims was Rabbi Yaakov, the local Chabad emissary. Rabbi Yaakov Leviton arrived early to set up the Hanukkah on the Sea celebration. As the chief director of Chabad Bondi, Leviton was a central figure in planning the event.
He filled his days with things that he thought would be helpful to others.
His treating people right.
Not a talker, but actions speak. He would make sure if someone called him, he was there.
People find work. He helped people with tefillin. He helped people in every which way he could.
And none of it he charged for. Everything he did for free, and he still managed to make time for his family.
I did my project. We put maths equation on the walls. I was like, why don't we just draw numbers? And he spent half the night practicing the equations, doing. And I was like, why don't we just draw numbers, no, full way, making sure everything's done properly. It was almost annoying. He could do anything. Like he'd be like, I'm going to do this. And I'd be like, you don't know how to sew. And he'd be like, I'm going to find out. Go online, research it, came back, made people's Purim costumes. The most important things I've learned from him is there's nothing you can't do. Sit down, try it out. You don't have to accept what you've been for so long. There's always 100 new things you can learn. It's pretty incredible what he was able to do, and hopefully will.
I wish I had the opportunity to tell you how much I appreciated what you did for me and so many others.
Who loved people, loved doing good, very dedicated to his community. He would occasionally post stories of how he had helped people who he visited in prison. A really dedicated person who really cared for the down and out.
Australia declared January 22nd a National Day of Mourning in memory of the victims. The attack remains the deadliest mass shooting in the country, but also a moment that demonstrated the extraordinary unity of Sydney's Jewish community.
Always clean your room. Always clean. Yeah.
On Yom HaZikaron, the Jewish world remembers. We remember the brave Israelis who have given their lives so that the Jewish people could live in freedom and safety. Not only in Israel, but everywhere. Every Israeli who has fallen defending the Jewish state was defending us all. That is the covenant at the heart of Zionism. Israel's strength is the shield of the entire Jewish people. This year, the truth carries a new and painful weight for Australian Jewry. In December, terror came to Bondi. It came for us, in our city, in our home. And since the 7th of October, we have mourned with our brothers and sisters in Israel. We prayed for the hostages. We stood together because their pain was our pain. And after Bondi, the roles were reversed. And we learned something that we always knew but had never felt so deeply. We are bound not by geography, but by people. Kol Israel aravim ze lazeh. We will not go down in darkness. We will shine together. Am Yisrael Chai.
כאן קודקוד. אנחנו יוצאים למתקפה על החמאס וארגוני הטרור ברצועת עזה.
And even if you say goodbye, you'll never go away. You are the rainbow in my sky, my colors in the gray, my only wish upon a star, sunshine in the day, the only song that my piano ever plays. And even if you say goodbye, you'll always be around to lift me up and take me high, keep my feet close to the ground. Are you proud of me tonight? Dreams are coming true. I choose the light, nothing to lose. If I lose you, new day will rise, life will go on. Everyone cries, don't cry alone. Darkness will fade, all the pain will go by, but you will stay, even if you say goodbye. Et même si tu dis adieu, tu ne partiras jamais de l'arc-en-ciel dans mon ciel bleu. Mes couleurs dans le cri, on se souhaite sous un ciel d'art, un rayon de ma journée, la seule chanson que mon piano peut jouer. New day will rise, life will go on. Everyone cries, don't cry alone. Darkness will fade, all the pain will go by, but you will stay, even if you say new day will rise, life will go on. Everyone cries, don't cry alone. Darkness will fade, all the pain will go by, but you will stay, the love of my life. מים רבים לא יכבו את האהבה, ונהרות לא ישטפו. New day will rise, everyone cries, don't cry alone. Darkness will fade, all the pain will go by, but you will stay, even if you say goodbye. A new day will rise, new day will rise.
The tefillah לשלום מדינת ישראל, the prayer for the welfare of the state of Israel, is recited every Shabbat and Jewish holidays in synagogues throughout Israel and around the world. In it, we pray not only for Israel's safety, but for its spirit, that it be a place of justice, of unity, of peace. We are honored to have former hostage Emily Damari, who was abducted from Kibbutz Kfar Aza during the October 7th attacks and held by Hamas for 472 days, recite this prayer this evening.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו. הגן עליה בעברת חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. ושלח אורך ועמיתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה. ותקנם בעצה טובה מלפניך, חזק את ידי מגני ארץ קודשנו, והנחילם אלוהינו ישועה. ועטרת ניצחון תעטרם, ונתת שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה. ואת אחינו כל בית ישראל, קדנה בכל ארצות פזוריהם, ותוליכם מהרה קוממיות, לציון עירך, ולירושלים משכן שמך. ככתוב בתורת משה עבדך, אם יהיה נידחך בקצה השמיים, משם יקבצך אדוני אלוהיך ומשם ייקחך. והביאך אדוני אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר ירשו אבותיך וירשת ויטיבך וירבך מאבותיך. ומל אדוני אלוהיך את לבבך ואת לבב זרעך. לאהבה את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך למען חייך. ויחד לבבנו לאהבה וליראה את שמך ולשמור את כל דברי תורתך. ושלח לנו מהרה בן דוד משיח צדקך לפדות מחכי קץ ישועתך, הופע באדר גאון עוזך, על כל יושבי תבל ארצך. ויאמר כל אשר נשמע באפו, אדוני אלוהי ישראל, מלך מלכותו, בכל משלה, ענן סלע. זכות להיות כאן ולא לשכוח אף פעם. עם ישראל חי.
Tonight and tomorrow, the state of Israel and Jewish communities around the world come together in remembrance. We honor the lives of those taken from us, soldiers and victims of terror, both in Israel and across the Jewish diaspora. Their memory lives on not only in our hearts, but in the way we carry ourselves forward, proudly, openly, and with a deep sense of responsibility for the world we share. And even in our mourning, we hold into what has always carried our people through: hope, not despite the grief, but alongside it. That it was hatikva, the hope, has always meant to our people. Please rise for the singing of Hatikva, the national anthem of Israel.
כל עוד בלבב פנימה נפש יהודי הומיה ולפתי מזרח קדימה עין לציון צופיה עוד לא אבדה תקוותנו התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים.
Masa's memorial ceremony for the fallen soldiers of the IDF and victims of terror has now concluded. To everyone who joined us tonight here in Israel and across the world, thank you for standing with us in remembrance. May the days ahead bring calm, safety, and peace to all, to Israel and to Jewish people everywhere.